If you're interested in learning more about the communities around Wellington, Florida, well then this video is for you. This week we're going to check out the community of Versailles at Wellington. Versailles at Wellington, I think, is one of the nicest communities within the village of Wellington. The location is terrific. It is very close to the Florida Turnpike. It's just north of the intersection of Route 441 or State Road 7 and Lake Worth Road. So you take Lake Worth Road straight down to the Turnpike. It's also only about probably less than 2 miles south of the Wellington Green Mall. Now this community was built way back when in about 2003, 2004, 2005. That's when most of the building took place. If you recall back in those days, the real estate market was booming. It was before the Great Recession of 2007, 8, and those years. So there were a lot of communities around this area were being developed at that time. If you go back, there's Olympia was being developed, also here in Wellington, and also Buena Vita, just to name a couple, Black Diamond another. So at the time, this area was being built very, very quickly. And that obviously stopped or even slowed down or even stopped in the latter parts of like 2006 when everything seemed to come to a stop. If you look at one of the communities nearby, there's Castellina. That was sitting there barren. They had the clubhouse was built, or the guardhouse, I should say, was built and was just sitting there doing nothing because they didn't have the money to fund the project. So Wellington has seen some ups and downs during the years, and definitely we're on an up now. But that was the background of when this community was built. The builder here was Trans-Eastern, which is no longer in existence. It's actually renamed itself and redeveloped itself into something different. But Trans-Eastern was the builder. There are 450 homes here, and I'll show you the homes on my tour here. I'll take a ride around some of the blocks here, but it's divided up into 3 communities. You have Provence, Artiste, and Chapeau Royal. Artiste and Provence were built in the first part. The homes there have a tendency to be a little bit smaller. Once the community was starting to go and they were building the last section, which is Chapeau Royal, they made the homes a lot larger. So if you're thinking about moving to South Florida and Palm Beach County, in the description and and in the comments, link to the top is a link there. Just click on that link. That's a great way for us to connect. We can set up a phone call, we can set up a Zoom, whatever makes sense. Also, I put my email address here on the screen if you want to reach out to me that way as well. And also in the About section, there's my phone number. So anyways, whether it's through that link, through email, through carrier pigeon, through phone call, text me. You can text me there as well. Let me know how I can help you if you want to find out more about all that South Florida has to offer and relocations down here to South Florida. Like everything Wellington, a lot of this town, this village, revolves around polo. A lot of it. The Polo Hall of Fame is literally right down the street on Lake Worth Road. If you haven't seen my previous video on awesome things to do in Wellington, Florida, check it out because the Polo Hall of Fame is there. Every year around October, people start moving here, the snowbirds, or start coming down here for the season. Polo season starts at the beginning of the year around January and goes throughout August. So what you'll find here, especially in Wellington, there's a big polo community here. You'll see the population swell. It gets crowded. They do polo matches every weekend. People know about the matches on the weekend, but they don't always know they actually do stuff during the week. And if you're a polo fan, this is the winter equestrian capital of the world, and there's a lot to do here. So listen, if you like this video or any of my videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. That will bring more people in to watch our stuff. I will continue to cover more communities around the area. Historically, I've done a lot more new construction communities, but I wanted to get this one on. I feel Versailles at Wellington is one of the gems of Wellington, Florida. One of the things the builders did when they built the community was they made this grand entrance. The entrance is, I forget the exact amount, I think it was $5 million. They spent millions of dollars on the entrance. And as you come down State Road 7 or Route 441, you'll see that it's very pronounced. The style of the community is Mediterranean. It's got like that French feel to it, thus the name Versailles. And so you'll see Olympia, you'll see Versailles. They were built around the same time, and the entrances were meant to be to attract people from the Northeast in particular. There's a lot of people in our area that come here, and I'd say our area, I mean Wellington, Florida. A lot of people come here from the Northeast. They move here, they want the Florida lifestyle, and Versailles at Wellington is one of the places that they choose to pick. Now, one of the things I think it's really important, and you don't really know this until you get to the community, or if you don't do your homework, you should always look, when you're looking at a community, look at the financials. So Versailles is an HOA community, that's Homeowners Association community, and we as residents, all 450 homes, pay an HOA fee. Currently, it's about mid 400s, 454 for the larger homes here in the community per month, and that pays for a lot of the services we have here. Now, some people might say that's a lot of money, but it really depends. When you look at an HOA, look at to see what it covers. As an example, here at Versailles, we have a 24/7 security gate. We have it pays for the landscaping, not just the common areas, but also each individual home. We have state-of-the-art amenities, and I'll get to that in a second. So it pays for the cable, so it covers a lot, and security, and your security system, your home, your alarm monitoring. So it pays for a lot. In regards to the amenities, I'll show you some here. Great fitness center. I don't feel like I need to go to LA Fitness to work out. I feel like what the fitness center we have here at the Clubhouse is more than sufficient. We have a great clubhouse. We do events here every year. We're historically known for, we do an event on Memorial Day, and we do a holiday party in the beginning of December. Those things have been curtailed the last couple of years due to COVID, so we have a really active community. People like to hang out. The resort style pool is a place where it's not as busy on the weekend and during the weekday. So if you like to swim during the week, you're in business, because you have the whole place, believe it or not, almost to yourself most days. But on the weekend, you'll see people come here and they'll just hang out by the pool, and it's just fun. It's a great way for people to get to know their neighbors. Now let's check out some of the amenities we have here at Versailles. This is what you see as you approach the clubhouse. This is what we call the breezeway. This is the resort-style pool they have at Versailles at Wellington. This is where they also host the events such as Memorial Day and other events through their social committee. On the deck above is the hot tub / spa. Here we have the basketball court. The tennis courts at Versailles at Wellington, well, they are some of the best in all of Palm Beach County. Recently, the board of directors had voted in, with the support of the residents, of course, changes to the surface. In fact, they spent about $70,000 on the surface, making it one of the top surfaces, pro style, in all of the county. The clubhouse features many things for the kids to do, such as we see here, this playground, and they also have a kiddie pool. If you just want to relax by the pool and keep your kids in a safe place, well, this is how you do it. So you might be wondering, what is the pricing like here? So obviously in the last year, prices in South Florida and a lot of places in the country, they've gone up quite a bit. So we had our numbers released for Palm Beach County a few weeks back. That was representative of June of 2021 versus June of 2020, and Prices were up 33%. So they've gone up quite a bit, but I have found that also this time, now in the last couple of months, things have stabilized. Going back in May and June, prices were going crazy, and I think that a lot of that had to do with the school. By the way, today is the first day, it's August 10th, and it's the first day of school here in Palm Beach County. So that rush is done. So people who were looking to get their kids into school, panicking in many cases to try and find a home, that's done. So we've actually stabilized. Prices aren't going down per se, but we've certainly stabilized. So now's an interesting time. So if you're interested, if you have been interested in buying a home in Palm Beach County and you felt like you're getting priced out, now's a decent time to look again and see whether it's a fit for you. Now let's check out some of the houses we have around Versailles. As I mentioned, many of the homes here are styled after Mediterranean style, French to be specific, that's for the name Versailles. Here we have the neighborhoods of Provence and Artiste. They started building in these communities first, and the homes are slightly smaller, and as they continued the project of Versailles and built out the rest of the community, the homes gradually became larger and larger. Homes here start at about 2,500 square feet under air, and they can go all the way up to over 6,000 square feet under air. Here we are leaving the subdivision of Artiste, and we're heading on up to the larger homes, which is in the section Chateau Royal. This last home we're about to see is the largest in the community. In fact, the builder built this home for himself. So you might ask yourself, what does a home cost here in this community? Well, in Versailles, I've seen homes recently on the low end in the 500,000s. And also recently, homes are going for over $1 million. So I look at the price per square foot. I think that's an important factor and element when you're considering a home. And homes have pricing of homes here have gone above the $200 per square foot. Wasn't like that a year ago per se, but if you buy a new construction, you're certainly going to pay more than that. So in terms of value, if you want to look at Versailles versus some of the new construction, I find that there's a whole lot of value here in this community. If you have any questions about individual homes or pricing in Versailles, please reach out. So if there's any other community in the area in Palm Beach County that you're interested in having me cover, not just new construction, but also pre-existing like here we have at Versailles at Wellington, please drop that suggestion in the comments section down below. It is my intention to cover more and more of these pre-existing communities. Now in a second, you're going to see a couple things pop up. Over here, you're going to see a circle with my face in it. If you haven't already subscribed, that is a great way to subscribe to my channel. And over here is a link to another video. This video is of Wellington, Florida, the awesome places in Wellington, Florida. I hope you get a chance to check that one out. And I look forward to seeing you all on the next one.